Esteemed Chairperson Gaspard Lokumboyo, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to congratulate you on behalf of the International Science and Technology Center on the commemoration of the 16th anniversary of the African Nuclear Weapon Free Zone. I am grateful to AFCONE for this opportunity to address this solemn celebration organized in South Africa, close to the highly symbolic site of the signing of the Pelindaba Treaty. ISTC is proud of its partnership with the African Commission on Nuclear Energy, based on our bilateral Memorandum of Cooperation. Our mission at ISTC is to advance global peace and prosperity through cooperative CBRN risk mitigation. We support civilian science and technology partnerships that address global security threats and advance non-proliferation. ISTC works to build constructive, knowledge-based collaborations across international, scientific and expert communities. Today, amidst the ongoing preparations for the 11th NPT Review Conference, I would like to recall the immense contribution of science diplomacy towards the conclusion of nearly every major international treaty on disarmament and arms control, NPT and nuclear weapons free zones treaties included. The Puglish movement and similar informal diplomatic initiatives, in fact, laid the groundwork which the International Atomic Energy Agency called upon to promote nuclear cooperation under safeguards. Scientific advice and arguments are once again critically needed, probably more than ever before. That's why STC and AFCONE together can play an instrumental role in steering excellence in research and mutual technological development and skills enhancement. Recently, United Secretary General Antonio Guterres appointed members of the Independent Scientific Panel on the Effects of Nuclear War, tasked with examining the physical and societal consequences of it. Professor Rabia Said from Bayero University, Kano, co-founder of Nigeria Association of Women Physicists, will be the African voice on the panel. Accidentally, Central Asia is also to be represented by a woman, Turkjan Kasenova from Kazakhstan, the author of the book entitled The Atomic Step. In the fragmented world of today, coordination interaction between nuclear weapon-free zones acquires further urgency and importance. I therefore commend AFCON for the tireless efforts to establish and maintain relationships with analogous organizations from other nuclear weapon-free areas. IST is proud to have witnessed and facilitated AFCON's contacts with the Central Asian zone right from their outset. They started 6 years ago at an international seminar in Astana designed to enhance consultation mechanism among the existing nuclear weapon-free zones. ISTC has provided support to activities aimed at such exchange of experience, and we intend to continue to do so. For example, ISTC, AFCON, and the Kenyan National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation organized a webinar entitled Benefits from International Dialogue on Nuclear Governance, Africa and Central Asia, where we provide nuclear experts from African countries with an overview of the achievements of Kazakhstan in nuclear governance. We agree with AFCON about the need to include the younger generation in the advocacy for nuclear safety culture. Based on our experience from joint collaboration with the African young generation in nuclear, we are convinced that young professionals are indispensable stakeholders in the future of nuclear science and industry. In the pursuit of this goal, already in 2021, ISTC supported AFCON webinar entitled Capacity Building for Safe and Secure Developments in Africa of Peaceful Uses of Nuclear Energy. Africa is on the doorstep of a new, transformative era of leveraging nuclear power towards addressing energy deficits, as well as promoting attainment of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the African Union Agenda 2063, the current development blueprint for the continent. In Africa, as elsewhere, policymakers are now focusing their attention on small modular reactors, attracted by the lower capital costs, enhanced flexibility, and very high levels of safety inherent to many SMR designs. On top of that, these technologies can have significant impact in many different applications beyond providing additional electricity to the grid. In areas such as heating, chemical and materials processing, expanding nuclear medicine capabilities, enabling carbon-free operation of data centers, marine applications, and serving remote communities. ISTC is currently implementing projects related to the advent of SMRs to Africa. Through one of them, funded by the United States Department of State Office of Cooperation Threat Reduction, we are now establishing a new center for SMR in Ghana. This is a first of the kind African Energy Training Center, offering on-hand training related to the use of modular reactors for flexible cooperation demonstration in real time. Next to verification, the monitoring of the safe and secure modes and routes for transportation of rare earth elements, some of them being naturally occurring radioactive materials, will likely acquire priority as a prospective topic for ISTCF-CON collaborations. We have accumulated experience in the area by way of projects such as the joint ISTCF-CON FNRBA training course on the implementation of IAEA regulations for the safe transport of radioactive material. In conclusion, I would like to mention a coincidence which appears almost symbolic. 6 years ago, on 25th of June 2019, ISTC management delegation led by Ambassador Ron Lehman, chairman of our executive board, became the first delegation to officially visit the new headquarters of AFCON in Pretoria. Since that day, we have contributed to technology transfers and major training programs organized on the African continent, prepared by Africans and accomplished under the leadership of national African authorities and the African Commission on Nuclear Energy. I can assure you that ISTC will remain among the first partners to respond to AFCON's proposals for collaboration and cooperation. Thank you very much for your attention.